Hey everybody, Ryan here from Rhino Hockey Channel. Alright, here is my preview for the games starting tomorrow. First one up is Carolina versus Nashville. Alright, before we get into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well, and let's get started. Alright, the matchup this year, Carolina is definitely the favorite. They won the season series 6-2. And Nashville was 2-5-1, losing one in overtime. Alright, their first matchup was a 4-2 Carolina victory, followed by a 4-2 Carolina victory, followed by a 3-2 overtime victory for Carolina, followed by a 5-1 victory for Carolina, a 4-1 victory for Carolina, and a 3-1 victory for Carolina. So Carolina won the first six. Then Nashville took over the last two about a few days ago. 3-1 victory for Nashville, and then a 5-0 victory for Nashville. So, last two games about a week ago now, 8-1 goals differential. So, yeah, the first six games would suggest it's Carolina's in the favor, but last two games, Nashville looked pretty dang good. Oops, I went the wrong way there. Sorry about that. All right, head-to-head. Vincent Trocheck led Carolina with 8 points. As well, while he was tied with Aho, who also had 8 points. Trocheck had 3 goals, 5 assists. Aho had 5 goals and 3 assists. Next up was Svechnikov with 7 points. Hamilton with 7 points. And then Slavin and Stahl each had 5 points. James Reimer, amazingly, surprising here, was the top goalie in this matchup for Carolina, being 3-0-0. Alright, for Nashville, they had a 3-way tie for the lead in points against Carolina, and that would be between Johansson with 2 goals, 2 assists, Fabro with 4 assists, and Ekholm with a goal and 3 assists. Eric Holla, Philip Forsberg, Nick Cousins, and Matt Duchene all had 3 points, making it a 4-way tie for second, technically, or I guess fourth. And Rene was technically the top goalie in this series, being 1-2-1. Because Saros was 1-3-0. So I went with the one that at least got an extra point. Alright, top scorers this year. Aho had 57 points. Trocheck 43. Svechnikov and Hamilton were tied with 42. And Martin Necas with 41. Those are your top scorers for Carolina. For Nashville, Roman Josi, of course, was their top scorer. 33 points, followed by Forsberg with 31, Yarncroc 28, Granlund 27, and Arvidsson 25. Now, if I'm looking at a difference between the top scorers in these teams, I'd say Carolina definitely has the advantage in the offensive category. But that's not always all what it's all about when it comes to the playoffs. Alright, goaltending wise, Nedeljkovic had a 15-5-3 record for a 1.90 goals against average and a .932 save percentage. I'd say he had a great rookie year. Reimer had a 15-5-2 record with a 2.66 goals against average and a .906 save percentage. And then Mrazek had 6 goals. Not 6 goals, wow. He was 6-2-3 with a 2.06 goals against average and .923 save percentage. I think it'll be interesting. I mean, they may give Nedeljkovic a chance to start, but they may also go with a more experienced Mrazek. We'll have to see. Because either way, I think either one will have a short leash. Alright, Saros was the top goalie for this season for Nashville, being 21-11-1, with a 2.28 goals against average and 927 save percentage. And then Pekka Rinne, the backup, 10-12-1, 2.84 goals against average and 907 save percentage. So I would definitely say Saros is going to be starting in this series. Alright, injury-wise, Jacob Slavin is day-to-day with a lower body injury. Same with Cedric Paquette, and Brock McGinn is day-to-day with upper body injury. Now, I did not see any updates as to those, but there may have been that I missed. But as of when I made this, there was no updates for them. Injuries for Nashville, Victor Arvidsson, day-to-day with upper body injury. Mark Bobrovsky, week-to-week with upper body injury. And Lucas Spiza, week-to-week with upper body injury. So, Arvidsson is definitely the more concerning one because you definitely are going to need all hands on deck when it comes to offense for Nashville, and he's been one of their better ones in the playoffs and outside of them. So they're going to need him. All right, last year in the playoffs, Carolina lost to Boston in 5 games in the first round. Then Nashville lost to Arizona in 4 games in the play-in round last year. Yikes. All right, dark horse for Carolina. I'm going to pick Warren Fogle. This guy's found a way to be an effective scorer in the playoffs. So I think he'll continue that, and if he doesn't, that could be a problem, because he is definitely a depth forward that they're going to need to pitch in some points. And for Nashville, Matt Duchene. Earn your $7 million a year because you didn't do that this season. Earn it. Good God. If you don't, then it just makes them look all the, I don't want to use the word, but dumber for signing that contract. I mean, if they want a high draft pick, all you gotta do is get Matt Duchene or Taylor Hall on your team. It seems to happen. Alright, that is it for this one. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Make sure to let me know in the comments what you think. If there's anything you don't agree with, let me know. Let me hear what you think. Alright, other than that, I will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.